Hello, my fellow rebels, and welcome to the Beauty Confidential Lounge. I am your host, Chaitali Desai, and today we are talking about goals. That's right. Now, listen, today we're not going to be talking about goal setting. If that's something that you do need assistance with, definitely join me in my mastermind because we are doing a whole goal setting, business planning workshop right now, and it is on fire. So definitely reach out if you need help setting goals. But today I want to talk about how to create a plan to go after your goal, right? So many of us, we have these big visions of maybe in our health journey, we want to lovingly release. Yes, I'm intentional with my words. More on that later. But we want to lovingly release 30 pounds, or maybe you have a business goal. You want to make X amount of dollars per month. Maybe you have a relationship goal. You want to build greater joy, greater communication, greater love in your personal dynamic, whatever the goal is. Sometimes what happens is we have these big goals, but we just don't know what to do with them. So what often happens? We don't do anything. How many of you have set New Year's resolutions only to lose the resolve by February 1st, right? Like January, you were pretty good about it, but then by the end of January, you're like, nope, I'm done. Well, I don't want that for you. I want you to go after your goals with the same gusto, the same passion that you had when you created it. Because the reason that that goal came to you was there was something inside of you that said, oh, I like that. We're going for it. Am I right? I have that. As many of you guys know, I am a super curious person. I'm sure you're tired of hearing me say that, but it's true. It's part of my personality. And being curious can, be good and bad. But it's helped me get to so many different places in life, to achieve so many different things, to achieve the goals that I had set for myself. And I want to share with you an easy, practical way how you can go after your goals too. And we're talking about Rocky Balboa. I know you're probably thinking like the boxer, like the movie. Yeah, that's the one we're talking about. But we're talking about Rocky Balboa as he trained Creed to start fighting, to start boxing. And while I am not a boxer at all, the movie fascinates me. And Rocky's mantra, one step at a time, one hit at a time, one win at a time. That is what we're going to do today while we learn to create a plan to achieve a goal that we have, a goal that you have. And I want to help you get there. But again, it starts with you taking action. So often you're going to hear me say that and you'll probably get sick of it. But you know what? When the time comes, you're going to be like, oh, what did she say? What did I have to do? Oh, I have to take action. So it's okay. Eventually, you're going to be taking action and you're like, oh my God, this is so great. And you're going to be like me, telling everybody else, take action, do the damn thing. But first, one step at a time. Let's say that you have a health goal, right? Or no, a fitness goal, excuse me. A fitness goal. You want to run a marathon. That's 26.1 miles. I will never have that goal. Nothing about that sounds exciting to me. Walking 26.1 miles, cool, no problem. Running it is not my goal. So this is definitely for you as an example. Nothing that I am trying to do, but one step at a time. You want to go 26.1 miles. It's not like you're going to put on your sneakers today and run 26.1 miles, unless you had some like previous training that you tapped into. But for the majority of us, we have the Couch to 5K app or the Couch to 5K plan. That's where we start. One step. Small, bite-sized, because the big goal can be very overwhelming. I don't like the O word, but it can be a reality. When you're thinking of running 26.1 miles, let me tell you, if that was me, I would go right back to my couch because holy shit, that's a lot of miles. But break it down to 3 miles, right? A 5K is like 3.5 miles, I believe. 3 miles, something like that. Okay, I can try that, right? One step at a time. One hit at a time. Putting it in your calendar every day. This is the plan. this is what you're doing. This is how you're going to get to your first 5K, which then leads you to your marathon, or leads you to different steps throughout, but like leads you to your first half marathon, then your full marathon, right? One win at a time. Do the 5K, complete it. And I'm sure you're listening to me and you're like, well, yeah, obviously. Well, listen, if it was so obvious, how come you're not doing it? Why are you not going after the goals that you have? Why? Because it takes commitment. It's one thing to think about it. And you guys hear me say this so often. It is definitely, there's a lot of power in thinking and, awesome. But don't get stuck in thought. You have to do the thing. You have to teach yourself, like, okay, my goal is this 26.1 mile marathon, but I'm not going to be able to just get up and go do it tomorrow. I'm going to train myself to get to that marathon so it looks like this. So it goes back to Rocky teaching Creed how to box. Now, I'm not a boxer, but the mantra is excellent. One step at a time. Break it down into bite-sized pieces that you know you can commit to. And friends, commit to it, okay? Do the damn thing. 2, one hit at a time. Today, your app says go walk 5 miles. Go walk 5 miles. Tomorrow tells you walk 5 miles and run 3 of those miles or jog 3 of those miles. Make sure you do it. Follow through. That is where people get stuck. Because you want the win, but you don't want to do the work to get there. And I know it's a little bit of hard love. But in order to get the thing you want, you have to put the work in. And I know for me, it's very energetic and it's both masculine and feminine flow. The feminine flow is the creation of this goal. The masculine flow is, okay, how are we going to do it? Bridge them together, bring them together, and boom, magic happens. But it happens because you got up and you did something. So when you want to create these goals, when you want to create the path to these goals, no matter how big the top line is, maybe your goal isn't fitness, maybe your goal is financial and you want to make X amount of dollars per month. It still starts with you taking action. So if you want to make $500 a month, no, let's do easy math here. If you want to do $1,000 a month, what do you want to do per week, per day? Make that plan so for your brain, for your body, for the energy that you're going to bring to it, it understands what you're going after. In the mastermind I was telling you about earlier, I shared that goal setting is almost like setting the GPS in your car. Now, in my world, everything gets a name. My GPS is called Friday. Sometimes she's called Sally, but typically she's called Friday. And I tell Friday, we got to go to Times Square. I put in the address and Sally takes me there. See, I just made that slip. Friday will take me there. Friday says, okay, there's traffic jam because obviously it's Long Island. We're going to reroute and we're going to get there. Because if I don't put the address in the GPS, then I'm just trying to go into the city and there's a high probability I'm going to be spinning my wheels and be lost. That's why leaning in to creating a plan is so cool. And I'll be very raw with you. I have fought structure my entire life. I was like, oh, you want me to get organized? No, thank you. Not going to do it. So I was that couch person. So I'm sharing from my own experience and how I actually did start changing that. Not leaning into structure, stepping into creating structures for myself that have helped me gain success. Success according to me, not according to anybody else, but we can talk about that on another episode. Success according to me. I wanted to do something. Here's how I'm going to do it. And then I did it. But I broke it down into these bite-sized pieces. And the mantra Rocky gives Creed is excellent for that. One step at a time, one hit at a time, one win at a time. And my fourth part of that, rinse, repeat. Because I'm sure you have more than one goal. But start with the one. Don't try to hit all your goals all at one time because really that's exhausting. And you will most likely not follow through. So why not set yourself up for success by working on one goal at a time? And then breaking down that one goal and then crossing it off, moving to the next goal. That's how I operate, actually. I have a lot of goals. If you guys could see my whiteboard, it's a little overwhelming for those who are not familiar with how my brain works. But it's okay because I know, okay, I have these top line goals, but for each goal, I have a plan. And I bring my energy, my mindset, all of it behind my goal. Very much like a boxer or an athlete. I love sports, so that's why I keep leaning back to this creed or this mantra that is given to Creed. When you can see the path, it makes it so much easier and it makes it fun because you get to do the thing the way you want to do it. Right? Even if you're working on that marathon goal, that couch to 5K, you can have fun with it. You can meet friends. You can get one of your kids to do it with you, your significant other. It can become like a group activity. There are so many ways to cultivate joy within the thing that you're trying to do in order to achieve that goal. And I think that's really important also. Like Creed, he wanted to box. He had this desire to get in the ring and just to do the thing. I want that for you too. And it starts with creating that sense of joy, that sense of creativity within setting these goals. So set the goal, whatever that is for you, and then work it this way, one step at a time, one win at a time. I missed one. One win at a time, one hit at a time. Wait, one step at a time, one win at a time. Oh my goodness, I am totally drawing a blank here. One step at a time, one hit at a time, one win at a time. Oh my goodness. So when you create your plan this way, you enable your brain to understand it and to feel like it wants to do it. Because really, that's the thing. It's that consistency behind showing up. So I hope this helps you. And I hope you go after your dreams. Go after your goals because, friends, it's the only life we have. So why not go and do everything with all of your passion, all of your energy behind it? So thank you so much for tuning in. And I would love for you to subscribe to the podcast below. And thank you. And like always, I'm wishing you a beautiful day. I'm Chaitali Desai of the Beauty Confidential Lounge. And until next time.